Hello students, welcome to Capman Academy, and today we are going to talk about tDNA transport into the host cell. Right, so we already know tDNA, it's a part of Ti plasmid which is present in the Agrobacterium tumefaciens cells, right? And we also know that the wounded plant cells, they actually release some molecules like phenolics and sugar molecules, which leads to the activation of Vir-A and Vir-G genes, which leads to the activation of Vir genes expression. And as the Vir gene expression start, it leads to the tDNA production, right? And during the tDNA production, it actually leads to the generation of single-stranded tDNA and which contain D2 protein. So this here tDNA D2 complex, this one is called Vir D2 tDNA nucleoprotein complex. Nucleoprotein complex. Right? So this complex is further gets transferred into the host cells. How it is getting transported? That we are going to discuss today. Right? So first of all, this occurs by the formation of a pore channel across the cell envelope. Right? And this one is produced by the activation of type 4 secretion system. This one also known as T4SS system. And this system, it consists of 11 Vir B protein. It consists of Vir D4 proteins. Right? So Vir B protein here, they actually responsible for the formation of secretion channel across the cell envelope, and D4 protein, it play as a coupling protein. So they both are actually associated with the Vir D2 tDNA nucleoprotein complex. So now if you see your tDNA with D2 protein also contain another proteins, which are your Vir B proteins and your D4 proteins. They are responsible for the transport here, right? So with the Vir B and D4 proteins, there are other proteins which are also gets transported with the tDNA. Those are called Vir D5 protein, Vir E2 protein, Vir E3 protein, and Vir F protein. So E2 protein here, it binds to the single-stranded tDNA, which is already bonded with the D2 protein here, right? And why it actually binds to the single-stranded tDNA? Because it actually protects the tDNA from nucleases. Or if simply we say, it actually protects the tDNA from the degradation, right? And then it actually gets translocated into the host proteins, and this together Vir D2 tDNA nucleoprotein complex with your E2, or you can say Vir E2 protein, is called T complex. It is called T complex. Together they make Vir E2 and Vir D2 T4 DNA, they make T complex. And with the presence of other Vir proteins like 5, 2, 3 and F protein or B and D4, they are known as super T complex. This whole super T complex, which actually contains your tDNA, and with the tDNA there is D2 protein which is bonded. Then we have our type 4 secretion system, and with this we have D5, E2, E3, and with F protein. So this whole complex is called your super T complex, and only T4 DNA and E2 protein, their association is called T complex. So sometimes question can be asked that in the super T complex what type of Vir proteins are involved. So you should know about it, right? So that's all for the today. Thank you.